time and for quality control, do you mind if we sit at your kitchen table near an outlet?
No, that's okay. My wife did tell me. How long is this gonna take?
Honestly, the quicker the better for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the child safe kit and no cost benefits, and then give you a little bit more information on some additional benefits, and you could do what you want with the information. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Perfect. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys the quick version. All right. All right. Perfect. All right. So while I set everything up, how long have you lived in this area?
Been here for about 8 years.
8 years?
Yes.
You born and raised here?
No, I'm born in New York.
New York. Oh wow. Do you have any family nearby?
I don't have any family, but Mary does. Mary has a sister, a brother, and a mom and dad.
All from Round Rock too?
They live in Round Rock, but they're from Wisconsin.
Okay. But she was born and raised here?
No, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, they moved here same time I did.
Okay. Any brothers and sisters for Mary?
Yeah, she has a brother and a sister.
Yeah. Any little cousins for your kiddos?
They have her sister's got one baby.
One baby?
Yeah, that's it.
Other than that, it's just you and your kiddos?
Yep.
All right.
Just us hanging out, relaxing with the fam.
All right, Joe, what was your birthday again?
4/3/86.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so Mary didn't really go over what it was about?
Not really. She told us the child safe kits and something I wasn't too sure.
All right, so let me tell you exactly why I'm here. So first, I'm going to deliver the child safe kit and no cost benefits. Then I'm going to go over some additional benefits that you're entitled to if you qualify. Okay? So it's a two-part program. The first part of the program protects your kids when something happens to them, and the second part of the program protects your kids when something happens to you. So my company, American Income, works with over 20,000 different unions, credit unions, and associations handling their additional benefits. So because of our relationship with the International Union of Police Associations, you have access to the same exclusive benefits that groups like police officers and firefighters have had access to for years, all right? So I'm just going to go ahead and show you a quick video that gives you a quick introduction to our company, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Joe and Mary, here are your child safe kits. This kit provided by American Income is one of the most comprehensive on the market and gives police exactly what they need to find a missing child. I'm sure you know families with children, right?
Yeah, I know one. I know
Yeah.
families.
Yeah. When you have kids, their kids have parents.
Right.
And you always end up being friends with your kids' parents. Yeah. So, you can only get these kits from a visit from someone like me. All right, and I have one for each of your 2 children. All right, so every time, I don't know if you're like me, you log onto the news and there's always bad news going on, you know? So you hear about human trafficking, sex trafficking, kidnapping, or a child running away from home. So, if something happened to one of the children that you know, wouldn't you want them to have access to this kit?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So because of our partnership with the International Union of Police Associations, you have access to sponsor up to 10 families with children that you know, okay? So who's the first family that we could get these kids out to?
Oh, man. I don't feel comfortable giving out really information.
You know, I definitely understand where you're coming from, and a lot of members have felt that way in the past. But what we found is, we work with over 20,000 different unions, including the International Union of Police Associations. So we're the only company that is endorsed to give out these child safe kits. So we just want to make sure we get these into as many families as possible. You know, in the worst case scenario, something happens to them, okay? And worst thing they could do is say no. All right? All right, so who's the first family we could get these kids out to?
Let's do Amanda. That's Mary's sister.
Amanda. And how many kids does she have?
She just has one.
Just one? And is she married?
No, she's not.
No? Single mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was raised by a single mom.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually from San Antonio, so it's a little bit of a trip up here for me too. And she's located here in Round Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, and what was her phone number?
512-828-4868.
Alright, who else?
That's all I know. I don't really know any families here. I just moved here.
Oh, no? How about somebody that your kids go to school with? Maybe their parents.
I don't really know any of them.
All right, Mary, do you? Maybe go through your phone, when they stay over at somebody's house, possibly.
Oh, how about Elizabeth?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth King.
Perfect. And how many kids does she have?
She has 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's her phone number?
512
Mm-hmm.
502 2250.
Perfect. Who's next?
That's all I know.
All right, perfect. All right, so the next no-cost benefit is the no-cost health services discount card. As you know, group benefits can change or be taken away at a moment's notice. So this helps fill in the gaps by giving up to a 60% discount on eye care, hearing aids, prescription drugs, and chiropractic services. All right, so inside this brochure has all the enrollment information you need, including a toll-free number and the website. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here with you guys, and you guys can check it out after I leave, all right?
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so the next no-cost benefit is the $2,000 accidental death and dismemberment certificate. So Joe, this is a living benefit for you. If you were to lose one hand, one eye, or one foot, or sight in one eye, this would provide you with $1,000, or $2,000 for any two. Mary, for you, this is a death benefit. That would provide you with $2,000 if Joe were to die accidentally. Now, I know $2,000 doesn't seem like all the money in the world, but if something were to happen to Joe accidentally, you could see how that would be beneficial, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so go ahead and, Mary, go ahead and sign here acknowledging the benefit and that you're the beneficiary. Joe, sign here acknowledging the benefit and that she's the beneficiary. Perfect. All right, so I do need 2 emergency contacts just in case Joe and Mary, you guys were to die in a common accident, okay? So who's your first emergency contact? They advise them to be local, over the age of 18, and living outside the house.
We'll do her mom, Mary.
Mary?
Yeah.
All right. And what's her phone number?
512-828-3868.
Perfect. And where does she live at?
Hutto.
Hutto? All right, perfect. And the second?
Let's do John.
John? What's
Yeah.
John's last name?
Anderson.
Anderson? All right, and what's his number?
832-328-4434.
Perfect. And where's he located at?
He lives in Manor.
Manor? It's so funny, all these little cities right around, they're not that far from each other, but
No.
there's just a whole bunch,
There's
right?
tons of them.
Yeah, tons of them.
Is that not like that?
Yeah, not in San Antonio. It's just so big. I swear, you drive 45 minutes and you're still in San Antonio.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like one big suburb.
One big suburb, exactly. Like, there's different parts of town, but you're still in the same area.
Gotcha.
Here, I drive 5 minutes too far and I'm in another city.
Yep.
Yep.
You are.
All right, so Joe, Mary, I do need your help. Can you help me with something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my company gives me 10 of these life insurance certificates to give out to families that you introduced me to. So all I'm asking for is an introduction. This doesn't cost you or them anything. So other than your 2 emergency contacts, since those seem to be the people they give them out to, since that's who they're closest to, let's try to get about 3 more that we could give these certificates to, okay?
Is there any way you could leave your information and then we can give it to them?
Unfortunately, I can't. What I can do is I could send you this text message right now, just letting them know that you're gonna put my name down, and I'll give them a call. And like I said, the worst thing they could do is say no.
Yeah, you can give those 2 people a call, but I don't really feel comfortable giving out anybody else. Because they already have it through their job.
Yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from there. I mean, like I said, a lot of our members feel that way. See, the thing with the members for jobs, like I talked about here, is they can be taken away at a moment's notice. So the last thing I want is something to happen and they don't have the group benefits to cover it. So this is just an additional. It's no cost additional, just to give a little bit of extra support, more like a contingent. So who can we get for these no cost AD&D?
You could call our parents.
Our parents?
Mary.
Mary? All right, she was on the.
Yeah.
That was the best number for her. All right, perfect. And who else? How about so John Anderson would be good?
Yeah.
All right.
John I work with.
Okay, perfect. So I know you work kind of a high stakes job where it's a little bit dangerous. How about some other coworkers? You've been here for around 8 years, right?
Yeah, I've been there 8 years.
Yeah. So who?
John, I know John at work.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the guy on there. That John's on there.
Okay. So other than John, who do you think you're closest to?
You know, I'm a driver by myself, so I usually kind of stay to myself. You know how it is.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I used to be a security guard by myself late nights at the Air Force Base.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, so everybody would be like, "Oh, you've been here for so long, you should know everybody." But when you're by yourself, like you're just
Kinda
it's
stay
just you
by
and
yourself,
yourself,
right?
right? Yep. Definitely
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, how about this? How about you call Chris at work? I know I have Chris's number. I'm looking at it right now.
All right. What's Chris's last name?
Minor.
Minor. All right. And what was his number?
469
Mhm.
396
Mhm.
9091.
Awesome. And he's over here in Round Rock too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right. So like I said, this is a two-part program. The reason that this is a two-part program is that right now we're seeing some serious gaps in coverage for our families. The first concern here is funeral and final expenses. So many families don't have $14,000 for final expenses. So do you guys have insurance, or have you ever had to deal with the funeral?
Yeah, I did. My grandmother died.
Your grandpa died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he have insurance?
No, he didn't.
No. So was it a little hard to take care of some of those details, like trying to come up with the money?
My parents said it was.
Yeah. So that's definitely something. I mean, these funeral costs anywhere low. They could be anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000, higher expensive. But the median range right now is about $14,000, and most people don't have $14,000 in their savings. And if they do, it's not really for funeral and final expenses. And they usually want the money to be paid right away. The next thing right here is paycheck loss. So when a member dies, their paycheck usually dies with them. Number 3, mortgage. Families may lose their home after a sudden death of a breadwinner. These are things that we really don't consider, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The next one is children's protection. With your little kids here, benefits provided through a job are typically not permanent for children and can create a risk. An unexpected death could jeopardize future educational opportunities for children as well. Another really important one that I like to say a lot is number 5, co-pays, deductibles, and lost wages.
Mm-hmm.
So health insurance pays the doctors, but members lose wages due to time off of work and out-of-pocket expenses. You know, the biggest thing is when you take off work, I know every bit of my paycheck matters, so I can't lose any bit. Number 6, losses in pension and retirement accounts. So unexpected situations can create a dramatic pension reduction. 7, terminal illness, especially cancer. Do you know anybody that had cancer?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that's how my grandpa died.
Yeah, most people do. I'm sorry to hear about that. So, I didn't know this before I started working here, but according to the American Cancer Society, men have a 1 in 2 lifetime chance of developing or dying from cancer, and for women, it's 1 in 3. So, medical expenses are the leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, like I said, there's a 1 in 2 chance. So, Joe, that'd be a flip of a coin between me and you. That's how common it is nowadays. And the last one is affordability. So, the cost to take care of all these concerns on the open market is crazy and very expensive. And the longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. So, like I said, the last concern is affordability. We sit with families making $7 an hour and some making $47 an hour. Our goal, some people are laid off and some people are working massive amount of overtime. So our goal was to make this as affordable as possible for as many people. Okay, so Joe, let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you go into work tomorrow and your boss comes up to you and says, hey, business is booming. No, you're a driver. So he's going to say, hey, instead of paying you for 40 hours for the week, I'm going to pay you for 41.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to rush home and tell Mary, hey, I got an hour raise per week. Let's go buy matching Ferraris. Yeah.
Probably not.
No, you're going to say, hey, we're going to take that dream vacation we've been planning since we got married.
Probably not.
Yeah, that 1 hour really isn't going to make a huge difference. On the flip side, if your boss came up to you and said, hey, work's kind of slow, but instead of laying you and one of your coworkers off, laying you and your coworkers off, he's actually just going to cut everybody an hour earlier on Friday, cutting your hours now to 39.
Uh-huh.
Same thing, are you going to come home and tell Mary, hey, we're not going to be able to put food on the table this week?
I hope not.
No. I mean, and you're not going to come and say, hey, let's cancel the phone bill to save some extra money. So either way, a 1 hour difference up or down really isn't going to make a big difference. Do you agree?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, then the last no cost benefit is the needs analysis survey. All right. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and if there isn't a need, it won't recommend anything. If there is a need, I'll go through that recommendation with you. All right.
Mhm.
All right, Mary. So Mary, when's your birthday?
3.
Oh, you need to know this, Joe.
3/31
Uh-huh.
92.
All right. Perfect. And your kiddos?
Their date of birth.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is Ben.
Mhm.
And his date of birth is October 23rd, 2011.
You say October 23rd?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm Ben, but I'm January 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah, you are Ben. That's right.
All right, and your other kiddo? Is it Abby, right?
Yes.
When's her birthday?
Her date of birth is July 4th, 2013.
Oh, that's awesome. You planned that out?
Mhm.
All the fireworks going off in the background? And what year was she born?
Her date of birth is 2013.
2013. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go through these questions. Just tell me if they relate to any of you guys, okay? So internal cancer in the past 2 years, breast, colon, pancreatic, uterine,
Nope.
insulin diabetes, cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke, peripheral vascular, anything. Currently using oxygen other than the free stuff, terminal illness, Alzheimer's. Have you used any form of tobacco in the last 12 months?
No.
Currently on probation or parole? No? Arrested or convicted of a DUI?
Nope.
No? Perfect. You guys are good American citizens?
Yeah, we are.
All right, perfect. All right, Joe, ballpark, what's your take-home pay per month?
It's about 3,600.
3,600?
Yep. About 36 take home.
Okay. And Mary, do you work? No?
No, she doesn't work.
No. Well, being a homemaker is the hardest job there is, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what, you're right. I'd rather work all day than take care of the kids. It's a much harder job.
Absolutely. It is definitely a hard job. You're everything. Chauffeur, cook, teacher, everything. All right. And your house, do you rent or own it?
We own $100,000 we owe though.
Oh, 100,000? When did you guys buy it?
We bought it, let me see, it's 6 years ago.
6 years ago. So how long do you have left on your mortgage?
14 years.
14 years? All right. And have you guys started saving for your kids' education, Ben and Abby?
No, we haven't
No.
yet. Eventually.
Eventually, yeah. That's what we normally try to save as much as we can for our kids. All right. And do you guys use just a regular bank or a credit union?
We use a credit union.
Credit union, yeah. I have the same thing.
Oh yeah? What do you
Yeah.
go through?
I go through Randolph Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Texas. But I went to California recently, and they didn't have a Randolph Brooks there, so I had to use one of those ATMs that charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it is.
All right. All right. So before I go over the areas of concern, I do have this mandatory read-off letter. So instead of reading this whole thing to you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and summarize it for you. Just don't tell my boss, all right? All right. So basically what it's saying is that as I'm going through these benefits, you're nodding your head thinking, wow, these are some great benefits. I can see why they approve this and why everyone's doing it. Then please feel free to apply today, all right? But if I'm going through these benefits and you're nodding your head saying, wow, these are some great benefits, but they just don't fill a need for me and my family right now, then I'm actually gonna ask you not to apply. They can do it this way because we work with over 20,000 different unions and credit unions that have checked, rechecked, and approved this. So it's a simple yes. They've set this up to be a simple yes or no. So I do need an answer today during your service period. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I also have this officer report form that I'd like you to fill out. It's kind of like my report card.
Okay.
So sometimes I know I talk a little fast, so just stop me and ask me any questions that you may have. You promise you'll stop me?
Yeah.
All right, Mary, you too?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. All right, so. Man, you good with technology, Joe?
No, man, I can't do computers. If I was in the, man, I wouldn't be doing this job if I was good at computers. There's too much money in the computer field.
Oh, no, definitely. I've seen some guys out of college just completely just go into the field and wreck it, you know, just do amazing. Me, on the other hand, I know I'm a millennial, but for some reason the computer gene wasn't ever mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your parents do?
My dad is actually he works in orthopedics, and he basically just took all the surgical instruments to the doctors and stuff like that. My mom, she worked in a restaurant for years, and recently though she got into doing insurance. So.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she loves it. Totally changed her career at the age of 45.
She's in insurance now.
Mm-hmm.
What does she do? What kind of insurance?
She actually does car insurance.
Oh.
Do Geico and stuff. Yeah, so she loves it though. It completely changed her whole career.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, so if anybody ever tells you you can't do it, then you definitely can, you know?
Yeah. Can she give me a discount? I have Geico car insurance, but I feel like they're charging me too much.
Well, I could definitely get you guys the information, alright?
Man, hell yeah. Please do.
Hey, I'm the same way. The first thing I did was, I know I'm not the best driver in the world, so I made sure she gave me, you know, the best discount she could. I told her as soon as she did it that
I just put a claim in Geico for my car to get fixed.
Yeah, what happened?
Hit and run.
Hit and run, no way.
Yeah, someone hit the front of my car, so I'm getting fixed now.
Wow.
Nice. I don't have to pay a full deductible now. I just have to pay $250.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely saves some time.
Yeah, for sure. Save some money.
All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and explain. Go over these options using an illustration. All right, Joe? All right, so say right now with your job, we'll call this job A, right?
Mm-hmm.
With job A,
Nine.
so right now with your job, you're currently making $900 a week, and this includes your normal group benefits, all right? So everything's exactly the same as what you have right now. Let's say another job opens up tomorrow. We'll call this job B. With job B, everything's exactly the same. Normal group benefits, same coworkers, same responsibilities, same everything. Except with job B, you're just making just a little bit. You're making about an hour wage difference, which comes out to about $8.60. All right, but this 1 hour difference.
It's a big hour.
Well. 174 divided by 4 is 42. Did you right? All right. So divided is 40 for that 1 hour. All right. So, but this 1 hour is going to eliminate all of your concerns. So, the first concern is funeral and final expenses. There was a 100% chance that your family is going to need this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let the video explain.
Emotional distress adds to the financial burden. It can be devastating to lose the family savings or even the family inheritance. The average cost of a funeral continues to rise, and these expenses can be higher depending on where you live. Expenses become even more overwhelming when you consider that Social Security only pays a $255 death benefit, and that's if you qualify. That still leaves all of the expenses for your family to cover. The last thing we want is to leave our loved ones in this kind of situation when we perish, isn't it? That's why it is important to anticipate for future events with preparation. Otherwise, who would be responsible for those unforeseen and sometimes escalating expenses that no one is ready for?
Alright, so American Income is going to provide you $15,000 for this need. So, this is funded by the Freedom of Choice. The Freedom of Choice has been set up to take this burden off your family. It's funded through whole life insurance so that it's there for your family when, not if they need it. This is to help any existing life insurance or savings accounts that your family may have. Right now with your current job, you don't have this. So Mary, if Joe were to die, you'd be upset. You know, it's gonna hurt like crazy. But after a few weeks go by, you're gonna be missing his paycheck as well. So when that happens, American Income is providing $216,000 for when that happens, which comes out to $3,600 for 60 months. So, wouldn't having 5 years of income at that time be huge, right?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Again, with your current job right now, you don't have this. Also, the next thing that people want taken care or secured when aside from their income, the next thing people want secured is their mortgage or their house. So American Income is going to provide $100,000 when that happens. So if you were to die during your working years, most likely it'd be due to an accident. So to give you the most value, this is funded by an accidental death benefit. The next concern is your children's education. Again, if you were to die in an accident unexpectedly, this would provide $50,000 for each of your 2 children. This money would be set up to give them a head start in life. Another special thing is this provides you with a $10,000 children's life insurance policy. This is for all your children under the age of 18 that qualify. When they turn 21, they could convert this to 5 times that amount, or $50,000, with no health questions asked. Your kids would be glad that you had the foresight to set this up for them. Again, with your current job, you don't have this. The next concern is the copays, deductibles, and lost wages. This helps with any kind of income loss that you may experience during an accident or an injury. So this would provide you with $100 for every time you go into the hospital for a bump, bruise, or bee sting.
What if Mary's pregnant?
This children rider automatically goes in for the $10,000.
No, will she get paid if she has another child?
No, this is just for an accident.
What if it was an accident?
I wish, right? That would be amazing if it worked that way. But this is going to be for any kind of bump, bruise, or bee sting, any kind of thing. I know I used it when I broke my nose. I went in, I was in the hospital for a few days leading into that. So if you have to stay in the hospital overnight, this provides $200 or double that, or $400 for intensive care. So if you were to get into an accident on or off the job and you were out of work for 5 days, this would provide you with $1,000. So with your current job right now, all you're doing is experiencing income loss and bills. With this, you're actually getting paid $1,000.
Oh.
Yeah. So on top of that, this also includes a $10,000 accidental death and dismemberment certificate, which is $10,000 for the loss of any leg, or loss of any foot, hand, or sight in one eye, or double that, or $20,000 for the loss of any 2. Kind of like that certificate earlier. The next thing is, if you were to die unexpectedly, it would catch your family off guard. This also stops your pension and Social Security accumulation. So this is going to provide you with $20,000 to $100,000, depending on the accident. And this is set up for both of you guys, so you guys are both protected. Again, with your current job, you don't have this. Another very special, another very important thing that we have is a terminal illness benefit. So this gives you access to half of your income protection and half of your freedom of choice. So Joe, for you, this comes out to $116,500, and Mary, for you, this is $7,500. So if you were to get diagnosed with something like cancer, you're able to get half of this out and have access to that. So American Income has been around for 70 years, and we're an A+ financially rated company. Like with your group, unlike your group benefits that can be changed or taken away at any point, this is permanent and portable. So if you ever to leave your job, or if you most importantly retire, these stay with you for life. We also include a layoff for any kind of qualified layoff. This provides 3 months that you never have to pay back, just so you keep your benefits when you need them most, and also a strike waiver for 12 months. So during these times, we will help pay the premium so you can get back on your feet and, you know, not lose your benefits when you need them most. All right? So, Joe, if you were to choose between job A and job B, which job would you choose?
I mean, I guess job B,
Why would you choose job B if you're making more money with job A?
because of the benefits.
Exactly. That's what most people say. So, right here is what the benefit software has suggested as the basic plan to cover your areas of concern. What it's recommending is that you move to a preferred freedom of choice, which is $31,000. This actually gets you a better rate, and protects you from inflation. So this is actually just an additional $8 a month, or $8 a week. So would you like to start with the basic plan or a 1 hour wage of $40? Or do you want to move to the preferred with the income protection or the inflation protection built in for $48 a week?
Oh man, I mean that sounds good, but can we think about it and let you know?
So, you know, I don't like to make decisions on the spot either, but unfortunately, like I said, we do have to make a decision today during your service period. You know, during your service period, because like I said, this is on an enrollment basis. So because we come out during your enrollment periods, we ask that they be done that day. If not, we'd constantly be coming back. We'll never be able to move on to the next union member. So most of the members that we sit down with start with the basic program just to get their foot in the door.
Okay. I mean, it sounds great. I don't think we can afford it.
Okay, so this is about a 1 hour's wage. So do you think you could afford about 45 minutes to protect your family?
I don't think so.
Okay.